I'm here and I like to party.
We're talking, we literally have minutes until she's probably crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So if you
So
want to
this is
maybe like hurry it up.
going to be the shortest episode ever.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
This episode ends when Milady goes crazy. I don't even get through the whole sentence. It actually just cuts off right there.
I was excited.
Were you?
Yep. Was.
Was.
Let's get it going. Ready?
Yep.
SMSoup. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SMSoup, the #1 podcast with soup in the name, but not on the brain. I'm Spencer.
And I'm Shelby.
And together we're here to take you on a journey through life's biggest questions like, waiter, how is the soup made? Shelby, how are you doing?
I'm good. My really unrelated and not helpful for audio. My outfit makes me feel like a safari leader because I'm wearing a tannish yellow button down and green shorts.
Okay.
And so that's fun. Kind of makes me want to have like a safari helmet.
Okay.
If you will. And that brightens up my day. How are you?
I'm good. Speaking of audio.
Yeah.
Apologies if last week's was a little funky.
And painful to listen to.
Hopefully this week's is a lot better and we had the fix in. So
yeah, hopefully.
We got hit by a hurricane.
We did. Well, not too intensely.
Yeah, no, we got laid out by a hurricane. No, we got like we got the classic, I would say, just far enough inland that yet close enough to the coast that all you really get is some pretty like good rain, just like a lot of rain, just a day where it's just nonstop rain.
Yeah.
And that was really it. Like you're not really like seeing probably a ton of like wind damage and stuff like that. I'm not saying that there's none because obviously anytime there's a storm, there's bound to be. But
I will say walking around this morning or midday on with my lady, there were quite a lot of branches down.
Yeah, and I feel like that's pretty like I would say that's pretty standard for a day that's just like all rain. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we didn't experience, to my knowledge, any intense winds, which makes it a lot better.
So we did just get hit with a lot of like precipitation over the course of 24 hours. So everything was very wet.
Would seem as long as you didn't have to travel for any reason.
Yep.
Didn't seem to cause too much damage,
which is
good. Really good. So hopefully anyone who's been in the path of it, Hurricane Debbie, is safe.
Yeah. I think it got downgraded technically to a tropical
storm
depression.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot all the levels.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's good.
But it did knock or I'm assuming it was the cause of us losing power. We had a pretty good run going on Earthbound. We were trying to finish it up on the stream.
Which again, I will say bold to have a game finale stream during a hurricane. Like a little bold on our part. The fact that it went as seamlessly as it did was lucky. And then genuinely within probably the last hour of the game, our power flickered just enough that we it ended everything.
Yeah, about an hour of the game left.
Yeah.
And we couldn't finish.
Yeah. Which that's pretty on par, I'd say.
Yeah, it's pretty on par, I'd say.
But no. Ooh, awkward.
Yeah. So that sucks.
But hey, there's always next Thursday.
You and I were talking a little bit because I saw TikTok. Not that I have a TikTok, but I saw a TikTok.
Yeah. Go lay down.
About hot dogs.
Okay. Go lay down.
And I said, do you think hot dogs are, because they're saying in the TikTok song video, they're saying hot dogs are the best. And I said to you, because you and I both hate hot dogs.
Yes.
I said, do you think hot dogs are the most divisive food? Then, immediately upon asking that, I screamed and said, save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
To which you then tried to follow up with 13,000 questions.
13,000 questions.
Completely missing the fucking point of me saying, save it for the podcast. So I now sit here in front of you, Shelby, and ask, do you think hot dogs are the most divisive food?
I think the most divisive food, I do think probably in the United States, they would have to be one of the most divisive foods.
I'm talking like half of the population thinks this food is great.
Yeah.
And half the population thinks it is repulsive.
No, I do. I think that's...
And I think that's a hot dog.
For the United States, I think that's the hot dogs. Because literally people are like, what's the quintessential American thing? It's July 4th. You're grilling hot dogs.
And burgers.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hamburgers.
Sure,
and
but
burgers.
but burgers aren't
okay.
as... But burgers are not as contentious.
Oh, absolutely not.
As
but
hot dogs.
If you're going to bring up
and
July
you go to
4th,
a baseball game and you get a hot dog.
Yeah, but if you're going to... Hang on.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm going back to July 4th now.
No. We're not going back to shit. I'm steering this boat. This anti-dog hot dog. That.
I'm going back to your claim on July 4th because I think if you're somebody who just makes hot dogs,
you're crazy.
You're a psychopath.
Yeah. I do agree. I know. Okay, sorry. Yes, hamburgers and hot dogs.
If you wanted to be like America, baseball, hot dogs, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
Throwing in July 4th
I think July 4th is just a secondary example.
A grilling, a grilling holiday like July 4th and just acting like, yep, July 4th, hot dogs. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Because there are absolutely hamburgers there.
Sorry, yes, there are also hamburgers on that grill, but I'm just saying.
I think it's hot dogs, though.
I agree. Because also, okay, you get into it. Sorry, was I supposed to argue?
No, I don't think it's hot dogs anymore.
Okay, because here's the extra thing. There's not only a hate or love hot dogs. There is also a quote unquote perceived right and wrong way of hot dogs within the lovers of hot dogs.
Like you're talking like grill, boil.
Relish, no relish.
Oh, you're talking about toppings.
I'm talking
and
everything.
Stuff. Yeah.
I'm talking hot dogs are a hot button issue.
They are not a hot button issue.
If you love them, there's the right and wrong way of doing them. If you hate them, you're mad that other people love them.
Hang on, I hear Milady growling.
No, you don't. She's growling about hot dogs because she hates hot dogs. She herself is a hot dog. She kind of has the coloring of a hot dog, if we're being like a boiled hot dog.
No, she does not.
She kind of looks like a boiled hot dog.
She's tan. What are you talking about?
When's the last time you've seen a hot dog? Not a photo of one in person.
I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that would be.
I mean, realistically, it's probably when we went to a baseball game last summer.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure I saw one then, yeah.
That was probably realistically, but I'm just like, when have I been in a setting where I've been with a person who's eaten a hot dog?
When was the last time you ate a hot dog?
Not since like early high school.
Close your mouth.
So we're coming up on... we probably hit 10 years of me not having eaten a hot dog.
Would you eat a hot dog?
Would I? Yeah. Would I want to? Like, I don't feel like it's something I need to see if I still like. Because they literally suck. Like, as a food, they literally suck.
Yeah.
They're disgusting. Go lay down. Go.
You're the worst.
My gosh, she's so needy.
What's another food that's close though? Like what would be the runner up? What's another thing that's like on the same level? I like literally can't think of anything. Where 50%, again, like roughly half of people you would ask would be like, yeah, they're great. A staple. Right? Like think about things like peanut butter and jelly. Imagine if people had the same reaction to peanut butter and jelly, right?
It's not a food, but it's an addition. Cilantro.
That's different, I would say.
How is that different? Because
you don't have half the population that doesn't like hot dogs don't like them because they have a gene that says it tastes like soap.
Yeah, it just tastes like shit.
That's not genetic though. Like people say they don't like cilantro because of something genetic.
Okay. All right.
Or that's not a thing and the people who like cilantro enjoy the taste of soap.
Yeah, which maybe.
Maybe.
To each their own.
To each their own.
What is another thing?
I think it's fully insane that was the route you went.
Why?
There's this thing that people are preconditioned to be born to not like.
Yeah. Okay, I find it odd if there's anyone past the age, and this I can't say this is 50-50, but I've been finding more of them and they scare me. if you are older than 10 and you drink milk for fun, I do not want to be in the same space as you.
These are not the same at all.
I'm trying to talk about divisive foods.
Yeah, milk is a pretty...
Milk. If I
milk
meet
past
anyone...
the age of, past a certain age, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go... If you've graduated high school and you drink milk, you drink a glass of milk for fun.
I have a problem with you.
Yeah. Like, what else? Do you, like, sit and kick your little legs?
I do, but I don't drink milk.
Because you can't touch the ground, you little baby?
Yeah, that's a problem for me. And again, it's not 50-50, but I meet them every now and then, and I'm scared.
So again, still not answering the question. I'm looking for food. No, I'm just
trying to think of something, get our gears going.
Yeah,
it's either no answer or the right answer with you, I guess. We'll just sit in here in silence and wait.
Yeah, I really just can't think of anything else.
I hate you so much.
But again, like, think of like people like the route I was going, peanut butter and jelly. Imagine if 50% of people were like, that is the most heinous. That is a crime against humanity. What you've just presented me with.
Yeah, that would be hysterical.
Like, it is like, because I would agree. Like hot dogs are a staple.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
But like, I can't think of another staple food that is 50-50.
No.
Like, it's crazy that it's just a given. It is inevitable. Hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But like hamburgers. Hamburgers aren't 50-50.
Okay, I don't think this is 50-50 in that way because I don't think people are as passionate about it because of the power it's been given. Turkey.
I do find that, I mean,
I guess
that's
turkey and ham would be.
That's going off of personal. That, like, we're bringing in a lot of personal opinion there.
Well, no shit. All of this is personal opinion.
Yeah, but I feel like hot dogs, like, there is good public... no, hang on. I'm about to agree with you. Just give me a second. I will say, much like to your milk point, I'm finding more and more people that when I talk to them and we bring up... Because I feel like we're very passionately anti-turkey.
We are.
As we bring that up with people, more and more people seem to go, yeah, I don't really like turkey either. And then you and I get even more angry.
Yeah.
So long-winded way for me to say, yes, I hear you, but I do feel like we're a bit skewed hard. Where I believe, I don't think this is just like random opinion. I feel like hot dog, if I put out a poll,
random,
50% of people would come back and be like, there's nothing wrong with hot dogs. Kill yourself.
Yeah.
And then the other 50% of people would be saying, if you just ate a hot dog, kill yourself. And that would be the internet.
No, I understand. I do. Yeah, I know they're not the same, but I believe they're not the same because turkey specifically has been given too much power with Thanksgiving. And so people won't say it.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I agree about ham too. I think like
nasty.
Both are not great.
Yeah.
Turkey is fine. I don't like Thanksgiving turkey. Like deli meat turkey.
Yeah.
Like if you put turkey on like a sandwich, a little turkey cheese, I could probably eat that like every other day. Ham and cheese is like my go-to like sub from like Subway. I would always get a ham and cheese, lettuce, onion, tomato, and give me extra mayo. Disgusting. But it was good. Like, it's good. Sure. It's good. It all works together.
Yeah.
You know, that's a sandwich. You wouldn't understand.
I wouldn't understand.
But yeah, like, and like turkey kind of falls into the same boat where it's like, if I eat that on like a sandwich.
Yeah.
And like, I like cold turkey. Can't quit it. But yeah, there's just something about both of them in their dinner forms, if you will.
In their like roast forms. Yeah. Yeah. Like the whole bird sitting in front of you.
Yeah.
And they just slice a chunk of it off and give it to you.
Yeah.
I know. Nasty. I do actually like dislike ham, like straight across the board.
All ham?
Yes. All ham.
Okay.
I will maybe eat bacon 2 to 3 times a year. But at that point, it's barely meat. Like, you fried the shit out of it. Yeah. Like, let's be honest about what you're eating.
Bacon's something that, too, that, like...
But even that, I eat 2 to 3 times a year, and I don't want it more than that.
Bacon is the type of thing, though, that the general perception of it is, I would say, very much still in the add bacon to anything, and it is better.
I don't understand, and I don't agree.
I'm so against that.
Yeah.
But I will say, as much as I am, like, staunchly anti-bacon, like, I never want us to, like, buy bacon, make bacon regularly, and anything like that. having it every now and again, I do really like it.
Yeah, again,
But if somebody says,
yes.
"Do you like bacon?" I'm gonna probably answer no 90% of the time.
Yes. But I'm saying like that is the only form of ham I like at all.
90% of your. Oh, okay. Well, first off, insane what you're saying because bacon is, I would say, pork, not ham.
Sorry.
Like,
that's fair.
like if you're gonna call,
Okay,
if you're gonna say
yes.
ham, as in like anything that's pig, so pork.
So yes, pork.
You would also.
Okay, sorry.
You like pulled pork, don't you?
I do like pulled pork.
You fucking better.
Sorry, I hate ham. Period.
Right.
I hate ham.
Right.
Pork. Good.
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork.
Specifically.
But like we also coat it in so much other stuff. I'm like, I could easily just eat pulled chicken.
Yeah,
I know you're going to disagree with that.
Well, we do say that, yet.
I'll go pull some chicken right now.
Let's try it.
Okay. We can do a comparison. Oh, we got to go get some pork.
Oh, no.
No, okay. I am realizing I'm being a little. Yeah, I do actually hate ham. Like across the board. Like sliced ham, whatever, deli,
like deli
ham. I think it's really disgusting. It grosses me out.
Okay.
Bacon, again, no more than 2 to 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Don't eat
the
it.
other thing I'm going to bring
and
up.
I never want to make it in my life. I never want to be the person who makes it. Go ahead, hit me with it. What else am I lying about? Because I'm probably just forgetting things are in the
Say
same.
you don't like bacon,
Okay.
yet you are a girly who, if you get a burger, oftentimes you're getting bacon on that shit.
I do, yes. I've been doing that a lot less, though. I'm also just getting burgers a lot less, but yeah, you're not wrong. That's like the 2 to 3 times a year I feel like that's how I get my bacon, is on my burgers.
I feel like it's, okay, yeah, on your burgers and at my parents'. Because you know, my mom is a bacon fiend, so you know my dad is cooking up
bacon left and right.
He's cooking up half a pig
just
in
for bacon.
Each morning for breakfast. Maybe, and I don't know, maybe that's like why I got kind of turned off from it, because
you
my
ate
mom
it so much.
Loves bacon, so every weekend breakfast especially.
Really, you would bacon every weekend breakfast?
Wow. I mean, if we had like pancakes.
Yeah, no, I get it. I know. Like
my
we would do like sausage
bacon.
links. Yeah.
If we had, my dad would make egg sandwiches.
And put bacon on
if
them.
I asked him the night before, he'd make me one during the week.
Yeah.
And there'd be bacon on it.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, I probably had I probably averaged a piece of bacon a day growing up. If you think that like on a, well, yeah, I would say on a sandwich, you probably get 2 slices of bacon.
Yeah, normally.
And then on the weekend, I was probably eating 2 to 3 pieces. So, you're looking at 8 pieces. Like if I only have 1 egg sandwiches, you're looking at 8 pieces of bacon. If I had 2 egg sandwiches in a week, I'm probably getting close to 2 pieces of bacon a day.
Okay, Rockefeller. No, I probably bacon like once a month. Once every other month. Because normally if we had guests, like if we had a sleepover, my parents would make a big breakfast. And there'd be bacon.
You're really, wow. Bold. Very bold of you.
I know. That's a lot of bacon. I didn't realize you ate it that much. Now I could understand why maybe you're sick of it and just over it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, okay. I'm excited. I'm excited to try pulled chicken, like exactly how we cook our pork.
Mm-hmm. How are we gonna do that?
What do you mean?
Like, how are we gonna do it?
I don't know. Maybe I'll.
We putting it in the crock pot?
Yeah, we can
slow cooking it like we do.
Cook it. Yeah.
Is that gonna get as good? I don't know. I'm nervous about this.
I love this. Okay? I guess do we have to like eat them side by side, or can we just have a dish of pulled chicken and see how we feel about it?
That's fine. We don't need. Yeah. When you were saying about like going out and getting pork, we don't need to do that.
Okay. Cool.
My other thing though
Add it
is
to the list.
if we do feel it's as good as.
Are we never buying pork again?
Well, I don't know necessarily about that because I still would like. I would still. I'm more so looking for this to be a good enough replacement, but I don't know if it's actually going to be better. Like I don't know if I can imagine it actually being. I look so pale.
I think there's. Yeah, you do. I think there's also. I think it's because the way all that's reflecting off it.
Maybe.
I think it's also there'd be a difference between like, do we just not make pork anymore, and like you still consume pork elsewhere?
Yeah.
Because we do like chicken is almost the only meat we keep in the house.
Oh, what I was going to say is,
yeah,
if it is like good enough to replace.
Yeah.
We're gonna make so much fucking pulled chicken.
I know.
Because it's gonna be too easy.
We literally never buy pork ever. I know.
So we're gonna end up buying way more chicken.
Yeah. I'm excited to try it.
And every Monday we're gonna make 5 chicken breasts in the slow cooker.
God. So
and
much.
then we're gonna use pulled chicken in various meals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Well,
we don't even eat pulled pork that much.
Yeah.
Why do we need to up the barbecue amount we're eating?
I'm not saying barbecue.
Well, I'm trying not to just say pulled pork. Why do we need to up the amount we eat it if we find an alternative?
How much do we eat chicken to begin with?
Like a few times a week. But why does it all have to be the pulled method if that's what we're doing?
Because it's going to be so easy.
So are you saying we'll cook it and pull it and then use it in our dishes throughout the week?
Yes, that is exactly what I said.
Sorry. I was misunderstanding. When you said like cook it every week, I thought we were doing like a pulled like barbecue style every Monday.
No, I never said barbecue.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Speaking of food, not that we're going to get into it today because I want to do it. Maybe next week we'll do it. I made a loaf of bread 2 days ago.
You did.
And I will say I got it online, the recipe. I did not come up with this.
We put the loaf in the fridge.
No, it's still in the microwave.
Do that before it gets moldy.
And I'm not going to go into detail about it right now because I want to like have the links and the resources and all that shit together. But it was the best loaf of bread. It was technically sandwich bread, in case anyone who bakes bread is like, ooh, it was not just like the big circle loaf that are like crusty. It was like sandwich bread, which has been the thing I've been looking to do since starting baking very seriously. Spencer and I, we don't eat sandwiches often, but you like want to have a loaf of bread on hand or an easy way to make it. That like works for sandwiches.
The sandwiches that we like the most, I would say, are like peanut butter and jellies.
Yeah,
which
literally.
is like the easiest lunch possible.
Oh yeah,
and
the grilled cheese every now and then.
Yeah,
and so yeah, I've tried a few. They've all been like fine, but like we always end up getting loaves from the store anyway. Finally, I actually think this is replaced. This easily, like I would be happy for this to replace our grocery store bread loaves. So we want to do a fun breakdown because we've been wanting to talk somewhat about making your own food and like where that distinction should and shouldn't be and blah, blah, blah. It's obviously a very nuanced thing, but I'm going to do a cost analysis of what it costs to make that loaf of bread to kind of be like, what is this worth maybe? Yeah. And I'm literally going to look up the exact price of what we would buy from like our local grocery store and we'll talk about it. But we'll talk about it next week because I want to look that up and not forget about it.
Okay.
The main
thing though is that I want to try and get an understanding of how many sandwiches we get out of it.
Okay.
Because if it technically comes in a little under the size of like a normal loaf of bread, you know.
Well, I think that's slightly been affected by the size pan that I have.
Sure.
But yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Still important to take into consideration.
Sure.
So
it'll be a learning curve if we keep making this over the next few months or whatever.
Yeah.
It has already alerted me I need a bigger loaf pan.
I mean, yeah, it's like one of those things where I think I said that it's probably like the best thing. One, I feel like it's the best thing that we can do this with because one, bread is like one of the most basic things that like the masses buys regularly.
Yeah.
That we then also buy at least semi-regularly.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's the best to try and figure out like how much can you save by making your own bread.
I think it's also so interesting because we're kind of on the down end of the bread making craze. Like the height of it was 2020, obviously. Where you literally couldn't get yeast because it was so popular. And I think it like not that I might look into it a little bit, but I'm so interested at how like it's now you almost have to just be like, oh yeah, I like make bread, but like it's kind of a bit of a stupid, like, oh yeah, I also started that in COVID. Or no, I've been doing it forever. Like, it's kind of a really silly, like, is it now not cool to make bread, or what that all means? And like, now all these people learn to make bread. Are they still doing it? Is it like really just for the fun? Is it for the cost effectiveness of it? Yeah, I think that could just be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, and obviously, like, I think it's just fun to like shed a light on just how much cost you can cut out
By making some of your own stuff.
by making some of your own stuff.
Yeah.
And strictly only looking at things that are like realistic, which I feel like that's the other thing. Making a loaf of bread should be fairly obtainable for the average person.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like
most
level of
baking
difficulty
stuff, yeah.
and like stuff like that.
Yeah, and I would say,
whereas like,
yeah,
because again, it's pretty obvious that going out to a restaurant and getting a meal versus making it yourself, it's always going to be cheaper if you make it yourself.
Right.
However, like beef Wellington,
yeah,
like
the level of skill,
the average person isn't going to
yeah.
make themselves a beef Wellington.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm excited to talk about it. So I'm gonna say we're gonna talk about that next week.
Cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, maybe I can math some stuff out and have some thoughts. And I bet other people have probably already had these thoughts. So I'm gonna do some Googling.
Cool. Sounds fun.
Yeah. But we're really excited about it. We both, our faces when we ate the bread, we were like, oh,
wow,
this is it. We did it. But yeah.
Okay. For the actual meat and potatoes of this episode.
30 minutes in.
That's fine. Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you go to your web browser?
Sure. You don't know what I was looking at last?
Sure.
Richard Simmons. I Googled who that was.
Because somebody talked about him?
Somebody talked about him. And they're listening to a podcast about him. And found out he just died July 13th of this year.
Go to friend.com.
Oh.
Do you know about this?
I vaguely know about this. If I can freaking finish Googling. Okay, I'm here.
Take us through it. Take us through your emotions right now.
Okay. One, branding's pretty comfy. So okay, friend.com has a photo of a person laying very comfy, smiling, and I can see what looks to be an Apple AirTag around their neck.
Okay.
And it literally says pre-order. Okay, sorry, there is a blurb on here. It's like they got a message and it just says from friend. It says, "No, I think you were vulnerable. There's a difference." Very dramatic. It literally gives me the options to go on their blog, pre-order, or look at the product. I'm going to the product. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. The product it's literally the size of an Apple AirTag that goes on a paracord around your neck. Oh my God. Is it literally just someone you talk to? Speak your mind or gossip about what your friend overheard. Your friend will think for a moment, come up with something to say. Check your phone to see what your friend said. So you literally say something to them by tapping the AirTag. It's not an AirTag, but I'm just keep saying that so you people know what I'm talking about. It's like a circle that hangs on your neck. You say something, they're going to take a moment, and then they're going to text you what their response is. It currently says from their FAQ, this will cost you $99 and has no subscription. And you will get a white friend device, 2 gray lanyards, and a white case, and a USB-C charging cable. Set to start shipping Q1 of 2025.
Thoughts?
I think, is this... Is this good? Indifferent. Do I think it I don't think the existence of this product, being that we actually love to make useless things, says something about anything. Do I think it is literally going to be quote unquote solving an issue that's not actually solving an issue? Do I actually think this has solved anything? No. I think it's going to be something that's deemed 80% a meme, 20%, okay, no, but actually, I could see this helping. When all you could do is, if you have any phone that exists past, I don't know, 2018, even earlier, send a fucking voice note to yourself. Take a moment and think about it. Like, or do the normal thing and ask Google your question. You know what I mean? Why do we need to like buy the tag?
This is a friend.
No, it's not.
This isn't.
If you've never watched the movie Her or She, what is it called? Her? No, it's not. Like, it's not your friend. There is no existence. There's no personality. There's no, also, like, I'm assuming the goal of it is to, like, make you feel less alone. So it's literally only going to tell you things that, like, actually will make you feel better, which you can lie to yourself. Like, you don't need to pay $99 to do that. I'm waiting for you to be like, I pre-ordered us one. I look, the face you're giving me right now, I'm waiting for you to tell me that information, that you pre-ordered us a friend.
Yeah, so now we can have threesomes.
Again, that's not solving a problem. How do you feel about it?
I think it is so fucking stupid.
Again, like, I don't want to sit here and because I can already picture it. Like, I'm sure if I looked up the news, they're going to be like, what the friend's existence says about us. Okay, what does the pet rock say about us? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we create dumb shit every day. Like, we do it daily. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I think it's funny. I think it can be cool. I think it can be like, why the fuck not? We're humans. We kind of have no reason to exist. We do weird stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not letting it be a parasocial analysis of our existence because it's not.
Yeah.
It's someone made something with the use of AI and being able to respond to things and went, I can make money off of this. And if I sell it, that's because we have a sad existence and have a loneliness epidemic. I can make money and I will believe it as nothing else.
They said I can lean into the fact that the media spreads there's a loneliness epidemic.
Literally.
But like, all of the like,
which I'm not saying there's not loneliness issues and depression and needing this isn't the fix.
But like, how do you actually sit as a person and say like, yeah, there's a loneliness epidemic.
And are you saying there's not one?
And like, I'm not saying,
I don't know if loneliness epidemic is the right word to use.
I'm not saying that like a lot of people aren't getting enough social interaction through their normal day to day. I'm not necessarily saying that, but to like sit and claim like you're so lonely, and then thinking the fix to that, is a necklace, that
texts you shit,
that texts you and is constantly listening, and is
well, no, Spencer, you have to press the button to talk. It's certainly. It says, okay, no, I think that pressing the button just lets it know that you want a response because it does say, I don't know. Okay, it doesn't say that.
I feel like it's constantly listening.
They are acting like you should be pressing something. This photo is insinuating you should be pressing something, but it absolutely is listening. Like, I'm not convinced it's not.
Yeah.
I'm just totally making fun of you. That's all.
So the general, I mean, like, there was one person who, you know, was like, this is the dumbest fucking thing ever created. And like, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it's probably up there.
We've definitely made dumber.
But like seeing that one person respond and be like, just because you weren't creative enough to like think forward about how to, and like all that nonsense is just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you are a normal person listening to this right now and you think that some Silicon Valley tech bro is going to fix your problems because they think they know what's best for you.
Yeah. Like think of who you're putting your hope of happiness and communion and like
communion?
Being like in relation to something. Like a community. Like think of...
Isn't communion like when they pass the basket around in church?
Yeah, but it doesn't have like a better meaning than that. Like that is that, but it has other...
I think that's the best meaning of it.
Passing a basket around.
Yeah.
I'm actually just on the street taking communion, and people are handing me things. Like if you're gonna get that from, like you're just not, like you're not gonna get that from technology and from an algorithm someone wrote somewhere.
Yeah.
You're not. Also, okay, here's what's driving me crazy is I know the minute I open it, I was like, oh, the branding is very cozy. It's literally the branding of every digital therapy service that exists. And I just Googled it and confirmed the only one that looks slightly different is BetterHelp, but not really.
But don't they suck?
I've heard
no free advertising for you.
I've heard various things about various online things. Anyway, it's literally the exact branding every like very topical therapy service is using. And so like you can just tell how they're trying to place themselves. Like they're going to fix your problems. They are not going to fix your problems. No. Also, like, okay, you spend $100.
Dogs being free.
You spend $100 on this. Like how long until the FAQ says no subscription needed. Okay, Peloton started with no subscription. Are you gonna start fucking paying $5 a month so something can text you? Like I'm just like, where's the long game? You know, I just don't trust it.
Do you want to know what's especially funny about this?
Is that you pre-ordered one for us?
No, because again, I don't think we should be giving money to stuff ironically. Anybody who buys this thing for a bit,
well, yeah.
You're part of the problem.
Like you're hearing about it right now. Because it'll go quiet. And then Q1 of next year, it's going to be dumb shit people get posted on about and everything.
Here's why you should not buy one of these.
It's not worth it.
Unless you actually think it is going to like improve your life. If you think that, then by all means.
Yeah.
But if you think it is the biggest fucking joke in the world and you think it's very funny and like, again, unless you think something should succeed, you should not be giving money to those things.
Yes.
And I feel like as a society, we miss that point a lot.
Quite honestly, don't click on the videos that say I bought the friend so you didn't have to. Like, don't.
Yeah, don't give validity to that stuff.
It's like not necessary. I'm saying this so when we do it when we title an episode that in January.
We bought a friend. Yeah, because we got one.
Yeah, exactly. Because we pre-ordered it.
So that they don't have to.
Exactly. We're letting them learn. I'm sorry.
So the person who came up with this idea, I don't even know their name. I don't care.
Cool.
Don't even tell me.
I don't want to.
So my understanding is they raised $1.8 million in capital to move forward with this plan. They had a whole business plan about like how much it costs to make one, which is not like super expensive. Sure. And like, you know, when you think about consumer tech and everything, like $100 for a device, pretty cheap. At all. Yeah. So in terms of like the consumer side of things, even though again, you know that it's being made for dirt cheap. Regardless. So pretty good business model and everything like that. Raises $1.8 million in capital. Proceeds to spend $1.7 million of that 1.8. Again, this is my understanding. To purchase the domain friend.com.
The friend.com cost $1.7 million. Then change your name. Like what?
But it's called The Friend.
No.
Then rename the apparently some other Silicon Valley tech douche also had an AI companion type thing that they also wanted to call Friend, that they also were shopping around the market. And so now apparently these two are like butting heads. And I'm saying this, we're talking about this like a week late at this point.
Sure. What's new?
And we're resurfacing it and giving it attention again. So shame on us, I guess. But isn't that just like I don't even have words to describe just how
all
what
that's
is
coming
happening
to me is like I don't care.
Yeah. So
and it's like it's not to say like I can't sit here and talk about it and be like, wow, that's crazy, but it's like it needs like that's where it needs to stop, which is being a little hypocritical as making an episode, but I can also just like not like I'm sitting here saying don't buy it.
So
I'm not gonna buy it and be like just so I can get more content out of it.
The number to keep in mind, and we should try and set like a reminder to like resurface this in maybe like a year. Because then hopefully by then we aren't potentially positively impacting something. It needs to sell 17,000
to like make its money back
to just make up for the cost of the domain.
I would be curious what their sales are like in a year. Like Jan 1, 2026, what did the Friend sell? A year. You had a year. No, I would do the year of it being released. I wouldn't start with pre-orders.
How fucking gross is it that we're like in every way,
posted
shape,
about
or form,
like pre-order count? Would they do that at this point?
Probably not, unless they're really doing well.
I'm just curious. Oh my God. Like literally okay. This already says a lot to me. I was on their website and I clicked their Instagram. Their Instagram has 3,000 just under 3,500 followers and 2 posts. Like it feels like they're not even taking it seriously. Like you're not launching a whole product if your Instagram page has 2 posts.
Yeah.
You're not taking that seriously.
Yeah.
Which like actually then annoys me even more on top of already not agreeing with the product because you crowdsourced how much money?
I think $1.8 million.
$1.8 million.
Not crowdsourced. Isn't crowdsourced like implying that the general public?
Okay.
Like they got investors.
Okay.
So I
that
mean, at the end of the day,
makes me feel not as mad
dumb
because if
rich
it would have
people
been
giving other dumb rich people money.
Yeah, if it would have been a Kickstarter, I would have been.
I don't
angry.
think so.
Okay.
Like I don't think like Jan down the street was like, I want to give $20 to this thing.
That makes me feel better then
Yeah,
because
I think
at least I can disagree with what they do, but I'd like it's their money that they got from other stupid shit, from
exploiting other people.
Exactly,
and it's just cyclical at this point.
Yeah. But as long as it's not like I did a Kickstarter over this, raised that much money, and then this is how seriously I'm taking it. Like literally, like two posts. You're not taking that seriously. Like I don't care what excuse you can say. That's not a serious product. You're not launching seriously.
Also, can we just talk about like how like cooked we are that we like are trying to create other ways to bake AI into our everyday and like
that's not shocking.
Trying to give it ways to just constantly be like learning off of our day to day.
I am curious if like maybe the end goal, which I don't know who this person is who made it. I'm gonna say I don't care because like I'm not looking to analyze the creation of this. I wonder if the end goal is to just generate a good enough AI to be able to sell it for some other homemade purpose.
Probably.
Like you can't tell me this is the goal. I just don't. It doesn't feel like none of it's sitting right.
Yeah.
That like this is logically the hope of this product.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's dumb.
But I think this is the issue with everything that is good and helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand the blockchain. I don't understand the concept of NFTs and non-fungible things.
Yeah.
And I don't understand a lot of things, right? But I do believe in my core that there are good uses for a lot of different things.
Yeah,
and AI especially has a ton of like promise and like should be used for a myriad of things.
Yes.
And we just find ways to use it for the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Because tech bros, literally their eyes light up like slot machines because they go, oh my God, I can make $1 bajillion off of this really quick and crash it before it has any attempt at being actually useful.
Yep.
And it's just so annoying. It's so fucking annoying that trust fund kids constantly are invading helpful user products and ruining them.
Yeah.
Left and right.
They're like literally just gambling with them. Like that's actually what they're doing.
We're just their playthings.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. It is so annoying. And AI has got to be the one that frustrates me the most because
there could be so many fantastic uses of it.
You know, and I still think like there are plenty of people who are doing good things with AI.
Yeah.
And I do think that like, yes, we need to put in as much as we want to get out of AI because that's the whole,
they learn.
Like, that's the whole concept, right? But like, stop feeding it art. Like people are like, oh, AI will never be able to make realistic images. And now they're posting pictures that look like legitimate people. And it's just like, can you stop for 3 seconds and think about what you just did?
Yeah.
And explain to me why it's good what you just did.
Right.
Explain to me how that's going to be for the betterment of society, what you just fucking did there.
Yep.
Stop doing that. What are you doing? Don't do that.
Listen, we all liked it when we could put the puppy ears on our heads. It was cute. They didn't need to go any further than that. I think Snapchat nailed the human use of AI, the day-to-day human use of AI.
Maybe like we rational people are the fucking goofs for making fun of people who lean so heavily into AI because we were like, ha ha ha, your AI image is shit. I can see that person has 6 fingers.
Yeah.
And then that person said, out of spite, they were like, I am going to sit in front of my computer for 19 hours a day and do nothing but get it to enhance and get better over and over and over again. And now it's already spitting out lifelike images of people.
Yeah.
And it's like, stop doing that for the love of God. Please. I get that we went about it the wrong way, making fun of you. And now you're a spiteful little gremlin.
Sorry I made fun of you.
But like, what we were trying to say this entire time was
stop.
Knock it off. Don't do that.
Yeah. I think it's a good mix. The response to this is a good mix of kind of being able to go, huh. One, do we need that? Which you can decide on a very personal level if you really believe you need it or not. Two, if you don't need it, you can go, I'm just going to forget about that because really that's all it deserves. Like, it is not worth taking to Twitter, taking to the headlines. Like,
it is, because that's all life is about anymore, is dunking on things.
Yeah, and I'm saying
getting funny
just
little
don't
internet
contribute.
Points. But you can get internet points if you do.
Fuck the internet points. Like, just don't.
Yeah, you're not going to succeed with that attitude.
That's fine. I don't need it.
There are two ways to live. It's either defend these products for consistent, albeit lower, internet points.
Yeah.
But you'll get them.
Yeah.
You know. Or be a really good dunker.
Yeah.
Like Vince Carter dunk contest level dunker.
Yeah.
And you will get infinite
I just
points.
want to be so clear that there's such a difference between reviewing something so that people aren't wasting their money on it and taking in horrible ideas and content for the sake of generating money. Like, there's a huge difference. Like, there's a value to learning what other people's experiences are with products. There's a huge amount of value behind that. That's not buying this so you didn't have to, which I know people do that so SEO works. I'm not actually yelling at every person who's ever done that.
I am.
Clickbait titles get clicked. But it's just like, my dude, like, you have to draw a personal line.
We're absolutely naming this episode We Bought a Friend, so you don't have to.
No, I want to name one that in January.
No, we have to do this one.
I'm just going to...
Oh my God, yeah, we should do it in January.
I'm going to...
What are we going to talk about in January?
The friend. How to make friends with your friend. The first things to say to your friend. Like, I have no words. Like, I actually just, like, don't care.
So,
it's just so... I hate both sides of it.
It's just so funny and stupid.
Yeah.
And again, I think...
Like, laugh at it and move on.
I think where I come back to it all, the thing that angers me is that people will defend somebody who does not have their finger on the pulse creating something for the general, like, population as if they are one of them. And that just... I cannot stand that. Just fucking wolf in sheep's clothing, left and right. We see it all the time. And those are just my least favorite thing. I made this thing for you. Fuck off, Mark Zuckerberg. Get out of here.
We watched The Social Network. We made it. We know you made it because a girl wouldn't pay attention to you. All right. Well, I'm glad we yelled about that. That was entertaining. Thank you all for being here, for hanging out. If you're interested, both of our independent socials are always in the description. Okay, wait, sorry. I think in January we should do a video where it's like the things you'd say to a friend and then the other has to come up with the response that would get texted to them.
Okay.
Something like that.
All of my responses are going to be, I thought their argument was shallow and pedantic.
That's literally just what you say to everything.
That's all I would train my friend to say in response to anything that I bring up. And that way I would just get over whatever problem I was trying to take to my fake AI.
Right. Or like maybe like the problem. Yeah. I brought this problem to my AI and this is what they said.
Like imagine like talking to an
No.
AI.
I already hate myself when I like have my headphones in and I'm talking in public. And
but I'm saying like imagine talking to that and it's just like, just get a best friend, dude.
No, okay.
Just literally go outside and get one best friend. That's all you gotta do. It's just one best friend. That's all you have to do. I literally have probably 2 or 3 people that if I felt this thing was necessary in my life,
I'd call.
I could go to instead.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yes.
Which, I mean, I know not everybody can be as fortunate as me.
Yeah.
I know I'm speaking with a lot of privilege.
You are really tall.
I'm very tall.
Yeah.
Very white.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Uh-huh.
Straight. Enough. Straight passing, at least, maybe.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know.
It's questionable. Yeah, no. I don't want to sit here. I'm not going to be the ass who's just like, go make a friend. Because
I will. I'll do it for you. Don't worry.
Because it's not that's not like the tone that's needed for people who might feel this is what they need.
No, I think they do. I think
We're
they need to be bullied a little bit.
We're definitely gonna talk about this in January.
I literally think people need to get bullied a little bit.
I'm marking a calendar right now for us to talk about this in January and be like, where is the friend now? Okay. Both of our socials are always in the description. Thank you for listening. Check back next week. We're gonna talk about making bread. We're gonna make that bread,
We're
baby.
gonna make that bread by saving bread.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then the following week is movie club.
We have movies to watch. Oh, I just scratched you. All right. Follow SMSoup Podcast on TikTok and Instagram. We're on most streaming services and we're on YouTube if that's where you prefer to watch them.
Can somebody do a quick cut of all the times Shelby has fucking scratched me? Because I feel like it's gotta be every other episode, at least on average.